Welcome everyone. I want to do a quick introduction, and we are in Civil 3D, and in a project early in our course we have drawn some line work. I will navigate to model space and show that basically have some lines. We have created and set up Kogo point styles, and these lines represent what will end up being a piece of land or a parcel. And this line will end up being an alignment, which is a center line of a road. So I'm going to navigate back to the layout. And one of the things in Civil 3D that is part of a file setup is called creating a site. And it has nothing to do with let me think about this. Yeah, it has nothing to do with geometry. It's a database function. And before we put any geometry in, we need to create this site. And we'll talk through this quite a bit, but this site and the ability to create this site sits over here in our prospector, right? And we have sites, and we can expand this, and we can see that there in the file that we're looking at here, there is something called number 88 block 700. Ultimately, it is this parcel sitting right here. And I'm going to right click on it and say, show me the properties. And I have any 3D geometry, and quite honestly, there isn't any, right? Everything's blank. And if I look at information, the only thing I see is a title. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to create another site, right? In general, in a project, yeah, we're limited, maybe one site. Their large projects may require more than that. But if I right click on site, I'm going to click new, and I'm going to get a pretty significant dialog box. Oh, hang on there. Hit escape a couple times. So yeah, I'm going to do this right click and site new. And the only thing that I need to enter really in here is a name, because remember, this isn't tied to geometry. It's think of it as a bucket that other types of geometry will be put in. So since I already have an 88 in my file, I'm just going to name this one 89 Rob's example. And I'm simply going to click OK. And we can see over here that in the prospector, I now have two sites, number 88 block 700 and number 89 Rob's example. These sites are important because when we're creating new objects, we're going to need to assign them to a particular site or not. But 90% of what we create in Civil 3D, we will assign to a site. All right, so anytime we're doing a project, after we create some basic AutoCAD geometry, it's in one of the first setup tasks to do before we create any of these Civil 3D objects is to create a site. It's basically file preparation. Okay, so I'm going to close this video here so that we're only covering what it takes to make a new site. Hope this is helpful, and we'll see you as we continue creating new Civil 3D objects.